なんだ。ケイちゃんの親帰ってきたんだね。
栄養剤臭がプンプンして目は充血してて、どうも丸二晩徹夜で相当の修羅場だったらしい。大人は大変だ。
ケイチ君のお父さんって画家さんだったかな。画家さんも大変なんだね。そういえばそうでしたわね。一度どんな絵を描くか拝見したいものですわ。
An artist, huh? I'd seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Just what did Dad do exactly? He didn't let anyone into his workshop, after all. I wanted to sneak a peek one day.
結局家を開けたのは二晩。
短い攻略期間だったね。
で、ケイちゃんは異中のキャラを攻略できたのかな。両親不在はギャルゲー主人公の基本だしね。
好感度をいっぱい稼いでちゃんとフラグが立ちましたですよ。
I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
じゃあこれでケイチ君ももう自炊しなくても良くなっちゃったんだね。ゆうべは何を作ったのかな。
In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself.
ゆうべは野菜炒めを。
おお、ケイちゃんも少しは料理らしいものを作れるようになったじゃない。
野菜炒めを作ったんだね。美味しくできたかな。レナさん、暑苦しいですわよ。なんで私にベタベタくっつきますの。美味しいご飯に仲良くお皿を洗いっこなのです。いいの。暑苦しいと言ってますのよ。
何の話。
Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification, but I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes.
そうそう。みんなさ、今日の午後に予定はあるかい？ないよね。あるわけないよね。
Today was Saturday, the beautiful day on which we're liberated from the confines of school in the afternoon. Actually, the school in Hinamizawa had slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who brought a bento, ate it at lunch and then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school, and if you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. You could also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. Of course, you were free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Mion was bringing up the afternoon like this, then it must have been for some crazy big club event. However, sadly I had something I needed to do before taking part in whatever it was.
お仕事ですか？ついてないのです。何の仕事でございましょうね。お父さんの画家の仕事のお手伝いとか。お父さんの絵のモデルになるとか？モデル？ヌード？
I looked into Rena's eyes, and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth.
ないない。それだけは100万積まれても絶対にない。
To get rid of Reina's delusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side.
とまあ愉快な妄想は置いといてだ。とにかく俺にはちょっとお昼に仕事がある。それが終わってからの合流でいいなら OK だぞ。
お昼に仕事？おー、そりゃなんだかかっこよさげじゃない。なになに？ひょっとして各界の VIP との会食？ビジネスランチとか？
実に悲しいことだが正解だ。
Everyone shouts wildly, surprised. It was true. Today I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. He called people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Adults have it pretty rough. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It would be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. But they were my dad's important business connections. Offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was gonna get very uncomfortable for me today, starting at lunch.
これは利発そうなお子さんで。
具足の圭一です。圭一、こちらは出版社の本田さんだ。そしてこちらは印刷会社の井上さん。ご挨拶しなさい。
どうもこんにちは。息子の圭一です。父がいつもお世話になっております。
圭一くんもお父さんのように絵は描かれるのですか？圭一くんの絵もぜひ拝見したいな。
My dad had such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Although I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. I don't really care and don't want to see anyway. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care at all if they were pictures of naked ladies or anything.
圭一くんもお父さんに指示してしっかり勉強すれば、きっとお父さんのような素晴らしい作家になれますからね。
ここだけの話ですけど、親父ってそんなにすごい画家なんですか？
I readied myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for his son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders.
それはもう本当に素晴らしい作家さんなんですよ。
そうですか。それは良かったです。
購入制限はないし、ファンサービスはするし、ファンレターには必ずお返事をくれるし、世間のニーズもちゃんと汲み取っていて研究熱心。靴下は脱がしたら絶対に NG。 それはメガネや制服だって同じなんですよ。そこを前原先生はよく理解している。イベントは参加ごとに必ず壁で大行列だし。
すみません。絵ってのは壁に飾るものじゃないんですか？
そんなことはない。誰もが島中から始めるんです。そして島角、いつも通りの島角と階段を登って、そして至る頂点が壁なんです。あなたもぜひ前原先生と合体で出展できるような大作家になってくださいね。応援していますよ。
It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but I didn't get it, but it seemed that the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I decided to leave it at that. Then I realized my mom was calling me from the other side of the room.
ケイチ、電話よ。お友達から。
A lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there.
もしもし、俺。
もしもし俺なんて挨拶はございませんですわよ、ケイチさん。もう少し言葉遣いをお勉強なさいませ。
I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking.
なんだ、サトコじゃねえか。お前が俺のところに電話してくるなんて珍しいな。
のんきなことを言ってる場合ではありませんのよ。それよりもケイチさん、あなたいつになったらこっちに来れますの？
悪い。こっちもなんだか長引いちゃってさ、なかなか解放してもらえないんだよ。俺も早く部活に加わりたいんだけどさ。
違いますですわよ、ケイチさん。今日は部活ではありませんわ。実践ですのよ。
Satoko's voice was different from normal. I could feel the urgency in it, drifting through the phone.
実践？なんだか穏やかな話じゃないな。どういう状況なんだ？
詳しくは会ってからの説明にいたしますわ。とにかく絶対的な危機なんですの。このままでは負けてしまうでございますわ。
What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamitsawa was an absolutely terrible idea.
おう、わかった。すぐに火星に行くぜ。場所はどこだ？
沖宮小学校のグラウンドですわ。駅まで来れば看板があるからわかりますですわよ。とにかく大急ぎですの。
School campus. The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could it have turned into an all-out brawl? Who was the enemy here anyway? Oh, I'm on fire.
わかった。すぐ行く。武器も持って行った方がいいか。金属バットでも持っていくか。
金属バットをお持ちですの？それは心強いですわよ。お待ち申し上げておりますですわ。
The call cut off abruptly. I needed to hurry.
お、ケイイチ、探したんだぞ。こちらの出口さんがな、ぜひ次のコピー紙で。
そんなことよりバットないかな。金属バットなければ、長物なら何でもいいや。
長ければ何でもいいな。父さんのゴルフクラブが物置にあるぞ。
It didn't have the same kind of impact, but a golf club was a splendid weapon too. It was lighter than a baseball bat and maybe easier for me to use.
サンキュー。それ借りるよ。俺ちょっと友達のところに行かなきゃならない用事ができちゃったんだ。ごめん。
ケイイチ、待ちなさい。
I grabbed the golf club, jumped on my bike and headed straight for town. Wait for me, Satoko. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly, but Satoko's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her about how to get there. But if I went to the station there would be signs, at least I feel like that's what she said. Then I heard the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me.
こんにちはなのですよ。
おう、リカちゃんか。
ケイイチ、早かったです。いっぱい急いだですね。
Damn, this isn't the time to be out of breath. I need to hurry.
すまん。沖宮小学校ってのはどこだ？
ご案内しますです。ついてくるですよ。
Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her.
急にサトコに呼び出されたんだが、一体どういうことになってるんだ？
はじめはこちらが優勢だったのです。ところが途中から向こうが助っ人を入れてきたのです。ズルなのです。
helper. What cowards calling for reinforcements the minute they realized they'd lose.
みんなバッタバッタと打ち取られましたのです。歯が立たないのですよ。
Sounds like they were pretty strong.
とにかく詳しい話は後だ。時間がないんだろ。急いでくれ。
お任せなのです。
With Rika-chan leading the way, we headed straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It seemed that all of the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn, so what the Mion was trying to tell everyone was that this would happen? If I had known that, I would have just ditched my family job. But it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. The club members put up for resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them.
部活メンバー総掛かりで勝てない？一体そりゃどんな化け物なんだ。
すごいのです。敵は正統派なのですよ。
Orthodox, so they weren't using thuggish, brawling tactics but had actually studied karate or something. Is that what she meant?
もう圭一だけが頼みの綱なのですよ。
Okinomiya Elementary came into view. I could hear many voices raising hell over there.
ミオン、レナ、サトコ、今行くからな。俺がまとめてぶっ潰してやるぜ。
There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there, next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were the two armies in the midst of a huge no-holds-barred brawl? I took my golf club in hand. Whoosh! I swung it. I felt the sensation of it sticking firmly to my palm. Great! The feedback wasn't bad. I'm gonna go all out with this thing. I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gate, swinging it around.
ついてこい、リカちゃん。男前原圭一のバンプ不当な大活躍を見せてやるぜ。
ああ、圭一がとても頼もしいのです。ゴルフクラブで大暴れなのです。
Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Keiichi Maibara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die.
でも圭一、どうして今日はゴルフクラブなのですか？
仕方ないだろう。俺も最初はバットの方がいいと思ったんだが、うちでバットなくってさ、素手よりははるかにマシだと思って、せめてゴルフクラブを持ってきたんだ。
偉い偉いのですよ。圭一をなでなでしてあげますです。ゴルフクラブで大暴れが楽しみなのですよ。
Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head.
おい、ふざけてる場合かよ。え？
Just then an extremely loud metallic sound rang out and I heard many people cheering.
レフト！ああ、抜けた！
二塁行けるぞ、二塁。
センター、落ち着いて。三塁へ送って。
The center field caught the ball and after a brief pause sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. He gave up on second and threw it to third with time to spare. The instructions from the bench, they were solid. Wait, what?
あ、圭一くん来てくれたよ。さとこちゃん、さとこちゃん、圭一くん来てくれたよ。遅い遅すぎですわ。油を売るのはガソリンスタンドだけで十分でございますのよ。
その前原君って子は本当に助っ人になれるんですか？相手はあの強豪校のエース左腕の亀田君ですよ。甲子園クラスの投手を打ち崩せるなんて一体どんな助っ人なんです？
大丈夫です。圭一くんならきっと逆転させてくれますよ。本当に頼もしい人なんです。
What? He's the pinch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kameda with his bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers, the undefeated demon pitcher of Oshima, the super high school level pitcher that had already been marked by professional scouts. He's gonna win against him?
あんなヘナチョコピッチャーなんか圭一さんには目じゃないですのよ。あんな球楽勝でバックスクリーンを越してくださいますわ。
There was a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. He must have gone under the radar. Hey, that scout stood up. Hey, take a picture. His full name is Keiichi Maibara. Look him up in the database and send his history to our office.
俺が前原圭一だ。写真
A whole lot of sports journalists led by Satoko gripped their cameras tightly and searched for the rumored Keiichi Maibara. As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening that I was frozen in place with my golf club up in the air.
圭一さんこっちですわよ。
The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pinch hitter, Keiichi Maibara was a golf club. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this, and at this point, neither did I. A cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Reina.
圭一くん。
おう。
一つ聞いてよろしいですね。
Please don't. Psychic waves of my entreaty flowed out of my face along with my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly.
野球の試合なら初めからそう言え。
私言いませんでした。第一バット持ってグラウンドに来いって言ったら野球以外に何を思いつくわけですの？というか何をどう間違ったらゴルフクラブを持ってくるって発想になるわけでございますの？きっとね暗いムードになったチームを明るくして盛り上げようとして圭一くんがわざとやってくれたんだと思うな。
Reina smiled bitterly and covered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I am begging you.
圭一はゴルフが大好きなのですよ。なでなで。
Rika-chan started patting my head, a broad grin on her face all the while. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind by her suspenders and picked her up like a kitten.
リカちゃん、なんでさっき駅で会った時野球だって教えてくれなかったんだよ。そうすりゃ赤っ端を書かずに済んだのに。
Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. She's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming.
そういうわけで、これはお仕置きだ。レナ。
Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Reina. That's right. The kitten defied Rika-chan sent Rina's voltage into overcharge.
もらったもらった。セナがもらったんだよ。かいよ。
Rina stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around.
リカちゃんかい。リカちゃんかい。ウィー。
Rina held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face, it looked like it was being crushed by Reina's.
何があったかは存じませんけど、リカが自業自得のようですわね。
ああ、俺も最近ようやくリカちゃんがただ可愛いだけじゃないと悟った。
建築に許可をもらったんだよ。お持ち帰り。
For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout.
ところでサトコ、緊急の呼び出しってのは野球ってことなのか？
ええ、そうですわ。ご家族でホームパーティーだったんですって。悪いことをしましたわね。でもこういう時は家族より仲間の危機の方が最優先と決まっていますのよ。
I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, but I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, it was just a business party for my dad, I guess. I honestly felt glad to be called out here.
それでその危機的状況というのはどんな具合なんだ？6対7ってことは負けてるのがうちのチームってことか。9回の裏で2アウト？なんだこの試合ほとんど終わりかけてるじゃないかよ。
圭一さんがもっと早く来ればもう少し余裕がありましたのよ。ここまで引き伸ばすのにどれだけ苦労したとお思いですの？
分かったよ悪かったよ。で俺の仕事はなんだ？ピンチヒッターでもやるのか？ならば任せろ。こう見えても俺引っ越す前は結構バッティングセンターに通ってたんだぞ。親父が憂さ晴らしに行く時よく付き合わされてさ、ミートバッティングだったらそこそこの自信が。
A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I'd never heard before. The catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound had come from the ball.
ちょっと待ておい、今の凄まじい剛速球は一体何だ？
驚いた？あれ本物の甲子園ピッチャーなんだよ。スポーツ新聞でも有名な高校野球のエース、左腕の亀田君って知らない？
悪いけど知らん。ミオン、お前なんだよその格好は。
Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages. No, she isn't. What the fuck are you saying? Just what on earth happened?
途中から来た圭一君には最初から説明がいるよね。
お、なんだリカちゃんはもういいのか？
会議がいっぱい楽しいんだよ。ほよほよでやわやわでふにふに。ほっぺだけでご飯3杯はいける。もうお嫁に行けないのです。
I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. It almost flipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic. I was an adult.
じゃあ説明を頼む。何をどう間違えたらこんな草野球対決に甲子園ピッチャーのリリーフが登場するんだ？
Everyone exchanged glances. Then Rina spoke for all of them.
最初はね、普通の野球対決だったの。
南沢ファイターズと沖宮タイタンズはささやかながらも因縁の対決でさ、今回もささやかに大盛り上がりしてたわけ。
まあ平たく言えば学校対決ですよね。南沢と沖宮の学校の因縁試合なんですが、因縁って言ってもまあ和気あいあいとしたものなんだけどね。
でそれになんでうちの部活メンバーが参加してるんだ。ユニフォームを着てるやつもいれば私服のやつもいるし、そもそも俺たちって野球部ってわけじゃないだろ。
つまり、割といい加減なの。
今日たまたまチームに欠員が出たって言うんでさ、それじゃあせっかくだからって言って急遽私たちが乱入することになったってわけよ。
I see. So if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl, and no matter what grade they were in. That jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of our school.
リカちゃんに聞いた話だと最初のうちは押しまくってたらしいじゃないか。
2位はすごいバッターなのですよ。右へ左へホームランなのです。
Mian proudly stuck out her chest. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
ええ、ミオンさんが登場するたびに走者一掃の大ホームランが飛び出すんですの。サトコと違ってちゃんとバットにボールが当たるのですよ。いいか。
まあなんとなく話は分かった。あの甲子園ピッチャーが登場するまでは楽勝ムードだったというわけだ。
そういうこと。序盤は完全にうちのチームの流れでね、点にはならないまでもガンガン出塁して攻めまくってたんだけどね。
たまたまね、今日の試合にあの亀田くんが見物に来てたの。
Apparently, Kameda attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sent people to Koshien, and this man, known as the ace of their baseball team, Kameda, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see cameramen with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this.
亀田は小さい頃沖宮タイタンズにいたことがあるのだそうです。
話は見えてきたでしょ。昔のチームが劣勢になって、つまりそれで飛び入りでリリーフ登板することになって、もうバッタバッタよ。出塁はおろかファールも打てないありさまなわけ。
でも甲子園ピッチャーの乱入なんて草野球の試合でずるいですわよ。
All the boys wearing the Hinamitsawa fighters uniform were hanging their heads in disappointment. I knew almost all of their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're doing the school in Hinamitsawa after all.
お、富田君に岡村君じゃないか。君たちも野球チームだったのか。
前原さん。
His uniform was brand new and not very dirty, fresh off the presses. I could see handmade banners with their names written on them in the grandstands. I see their families came to root for them in their debut game today.
岡村のバットは今日のためにお父さんがプレゼントしてくれたそうなのですよ。
The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well.
いっぱい今日のために素振りとかしてきましたのよ。富田さんがやりすぎて手の皮が抜けちゃって、ほら。
His torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make your big moment a good one. the savior of the Okinomiya Titans, we could hear the sounds of this Kameda Kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. But at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grassroots game grudge match. Though it may have been, he should have understood how much better he was to be.
あいつこいつら相手にも本気で投げやがったんだ。
レナはこんなに大人げないと思う。
Reina's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Reina mad. As for Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. We heard another tremendous noise from the mitt. I turned around, and this left arm Kameda-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly.
というわけよ。こうなったらやるしかないでしょ。実戦態勢で。
ああ、どうやら本気で行くしかないな。
でね、本気で行ってみたの。それでみーちゃんが大自爆して。
Mion, embarrassed, scratching her head, then a moment later doubled over in pain.
自爆って一体何をどう自爆したらこんなに大怪我できるんだ。
説明するととてつもなく長いですわね。一つ言えるのはここまでして戦果なしということくらいですかね。
ここまで体を張ったのに一点も入れられないなんて。
せっかくの秘策も台無しでかわいそうなのです。
I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt.
でもまあ失敗したおかげでまだ野球でいられるんだよ。
ちょっとみーちゃんの奥の手は野球らしくなかったと思うかな。こうなっても仕方ないでございましょう。ここは正々堂々野球らしく決着をつけるしかないということですわ。
そうそう、野球らしく蹴りをつけないとね。
I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. But as a member of our club, I wasn't about to accept that so easily.
野球らしくってのが引っかかるぞ。野球らしく見えれば手段は問わないってことだろ。
私たちの部の新庄だしね。そういうことですね。手段を選ばないことこそ我が部の美徳でございましたよ。
Reina and Satoko laughed to each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about, but the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
でもカメラがずらーりといるからなかなかズルはできないのです。
Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. With all those cameramen watching us through those cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough.
そうそう、それがネックだったんだよ。これだけの囚人監視があるとなかなか大胆な手が取れないし。いてててててて。
みーちゃんの手は決しておしとやかだとは思わなかったけどな。
Satoko and Rika-chan both nodded behind Reina.
じゃあここで本題に戻るぞ。今我がチームは1点差で負けてるんです。
しかももう9回の裏でアウトも2個取られちゃってるのに。
おじさんの作戦がうまくいってれば今頃は満塁のはずなんだけどな。
戦を嘆いても始まりませんでしたよ。へこたれず次の手を打ってこそ我が部でございましたよ。
Satoko said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Satoko still seemed to have another.
サトコがなかなか威勢がいいじゃないか。ってことは何か奥の手があるってことだ。
ケイチ君、この子を誰だと思ってるのかな。サトコちゃんだよ。北条サトコちゃん。
That was right. We called her Trap Master Satoko, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never, ever let our guards down against Satoko.
私が仕込んだとはいえ末恐ろしく成長してくれたもんだよ。僅差を制することに関しては私でも舌を巻く時があるね。
ちなみに次の打者がミーで、その次の打者がサトコなのです。
We were losing by 1 point, so if we could get the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. And that final batter was Satoko?
ね、勝てそうな気がしてきたでしょ。
どういう仕掛けか想像もつかんが、絶対何かの罠だと断言だ。俺が敵のピッチャーなら絶対に敬遠だ。
There was no way Satoko was going to hit a home run even in my dreams. But if she was going to stand in the batter's box normally without any kind of plan, I can't think of anything else she could do.
そのサトコが俺を呼び出した。なるほど、読めてきた。
It meant that I was a necessary piece of Satoko's trap.
ワクワクするね。サトコちゃんどんなことをするのかな。僕もサトコのさよならホームランが楽しみなのです。
そのためにはケイちゃんの働きが欠かせない。わかるね。これが逆転の最後のチャンス。絶対に失敗できない。
おう、分かってるぜそんなこと。見てろ、俺とサトコででっかい大逆転を拝ませてやるぜ。
ではケイチさん、これから手順を説明しますわ。ちょっとお耳を拝借しましたよ。
Satoko and I huddled up in a hidden place and held a briefing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious.
前原さんと北条は何を話してるんだろう。委員長みたいにとんでもない奥の手で自爆しないことを祈るよ。
Our teammates Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun seemed very nervous. Reina gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety.
大丈夫だよみんな。サトコちゃんとケイチ君ならきっとやり遂げてくれるから。
龍吾さん、相手は甲子園級のピッチャーなんですよ。いくら北条が得意の罠にはめようとしても。
まあみんな黙って見てなって。面白いゲームが見られるからね。
Mion, who knew everything about the transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. She was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Mion waved her hands up at the umpire.
代打が出ます。私、友崎美音に代わって前原圭一で。
本当に彼で大丈夫なんですか？
The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter who had jumped in with a golf club.
ケイチ君は甘く見ない方がいいですよ。
The members of our club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. Satoko's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point, the fact that I had come late, the fact that Satoko was the last batter. It even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. There had been a lot of time since I got here, and during that time the opposing pitcher Kamada-kun took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. No, this is Satoko we're talking about, so maybe she made him drink controlled laxatives to get him to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, our plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kamada-kun, there he was. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. He thought it was only natural he would win at a grass lot game like this, and relaxed enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that was supposed to be his appeal. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I too casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kamada-kun was doing his business at the farthest one. I went to the one next to him. Normally, you would leave one urinal open. Kamada-kun seemed to notice me. I had stood right next to him after all.
なんだ、誰かと思えば大ピンチヒッター様じゃないか。
He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team. So now, all I had to do was push things along exactly how Satoko planned. I am the one who should be laughing.
圭一君、うまくやれるかな。大丈夫でしたよ。本気の圭一さんならこんなの朝飯前ですわ。
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation.
本当に前原さんはあのピッチャーを攻略できるんですか？
あんたたちケイちゃんと同じクラスで生活してて何にも感じないわけ？彼はね、ゆくゆくはあの力で世界を制するかもしれない。ケイちゃんと組めば世界制覇は容易だな。
Our teammates exchanged glances. Did Maibara Senpai really have such incredible strength? Just what kind of strength could that be? My question caused Kamada-kun to stare in bewilderment, and for a moment he didn't know what to say.
悪い。ちょっとよく聞こえなかった。もう一度言ってくれるか。
I smiled thinly, looked straight ahead and said it once more, clearly.
もう一度だけ言う。俺たちを勝たせろ。
Right to the point. No threats or beating around the bush or anything. Kamada's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I'd said, and I could clearly tell he was confused.
バカも休み休み。俺たちを勝たせろだ。お前正気か。
俺からの要求は伝えた。返事はどっちだ？イエスかノーか。
そんなの迷うまでもない。誰がお前らを勝たせるもんか。お前の頭は少し変じゃないのか。
Kamada didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression and he quickly moved to leave the bathroom.
ダメだ。君にとって勝利は
決まってる。総督絶対的で至上目的だ。それは他の何にも変えられない。
He grinned lightly as he answered, as if to make fun of me.
スポーツマンらしい返事だ。勝利こそ絶対。何にも変えられないってわけだ。
そんなのは当たり前だろ。どんな脅しにも買収にも勝利を放棄させるような対価は存在しない。
I was waiting for those words. I, after spinning around 3.5 times, pointed right at Kamada's face.
ならば聞くべきじゃないのか。これほど尊い勝利を放棄させるに値するどんな対価が提供されるのかを。
何よバカなことを。そんなもの存在するわけがない。
He was denying it, but he stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions.
君は雑誌のインタビューに好物は焼肉で嫌いなものは甘いものだと答えたらしいが、それは嘘じゃないのかい？
何？
例えば君が焼肉食い放題に行ったとする。君が皿に持ってくるのは一体何だ？ロースかカルビか牛タンの山か違うよな。君が持ってくるのは肉じゃない。食い放題のプリンやゼリーやケーキなのだ。女の子が喜びそうな綺麗で可愛らしくて愛くるしいそんな洋菓子が大好きなんだよな。
Kamada's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet, and we were well aware of his embarrassment at his weakness for sweets despite his age. Kamada-kun couldn't possibly have known that the particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibune was owned by a member of the Sonosaki family. I'll have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on.
違う。俺が好きなのは豪快な骨付きの。
違う。お前が好きなのは色とりどりのクリームで優しく可愛らしく盛り付けられたデザートなのだ。まるでフリルやリボンで飾り付けられた無垢な汚れを知らぬ少女を連想させるそんな透き通った少女のような可愛いデザートをニキビだらけの欲望丸出しのスポーツ狩りが怪我するようにバリバリとむしゃむしゃと。
言うな。
そうだ。お前はデザートを食べて目で怪我し封印ししゃぶり尽くしているだけ。お前はデザートを怪我して楽しんでいるだけなんだ。
もうダメだ。知られてしまった。俺の密かな楽しみがもう生きていけない。死ぬしか。
バカ野郎。命を粗末にするな。
I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kamada-kun fell down like a girl, his eyes started watering and they broke down.
こんな変なことを考えてデザートを食べているのはきっと世界で俺だけだ。俺は爽やかなスポーツマンのふりをした隠れスケベなんだ。
そうだ。お前はスケベだ。
This time I didn't hit him. Instead, I clapped my hands down onto his shoulders.
わめくな亀だ。男がスケベで何が悪い。男はすべからくスケベだ。だがそれを認めるか否かで男の器は天と地の差を持つのだ。お前は自分に素直だった。それを自慢していい。威張っていい。自分を誇りに思え。
Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself, and Kameda-kun couldn't hide his confusion.
そうだ。そして俺はお前に感銘を受けたんだ。デザートはただ単に食後に食べる甘いもの。今までずっとそう思ってた。お前がそれを教えてくれたんだ。お前に出会ったおかげで俺は明日から同じデザートを一味も二味も違った味わい方ができるようになるだろう。例えばいちごのショートケーキ。
Strawberry shortcake. Kameda's throat cried out.
いちごのショートケーキの人化はそうだ。どこか古風なロックメーカー華やかなりし頃の正統派のメイドを思わせる。スカートが短いこびた近代メイドじゃないぞ。正統派の清掃の本格派。いちごしかありません。こんなものしかご用意できませんが、どうかご賞味くださいませ。というつつましやかさがいいよな。ご賞味くださいませ。燃える。
燃え
いちごしかないからこそ柔らかく主張したクリームのデコレーションは、そしてね、トリュフやレース、刺繍飾りのようなものだよな。それを上品な貴族のご主人様のようにフォークで切り分け、いやいや、それを下劣に油汗を浮かせた悪のご主人様のようにしゃぶりつくところがワイルドなのか。いや、それよりイチゴを取った後くぼみの方がイケてるよな。舌を這わせる。ああ、それってどんな味なんだよ。
いちごを取った後のくぼみ。
俺もう辛抱できないや。帰りはエンジェルモードでショートケーキを開けるまで見つめて俺のためだけに美しく着飾った少女たちを身を寄せ合って震える少女たちを一人ずつ順番に一つ食べるごとに次はどの子にしようか。あげるふいと思って品定めました。
Please translate girls as cake, alright? Keiichi-kun seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine.
寝てるよ。顎をこうクイッと持って。
Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? No, there has not. There has never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind.
カメダ、もう一度だけいい。俺たちを勝たせろ。
それは。
あら、もういい。お前には頼まん。
I rejected Kameda outright and turned on my heel.
もういいや。この試合は負けだ負け。もうこんな試合そんなことより試合が終わったらエンジェルモードに行ってフリルとリボンで西洋人形のように飾られた美少女たち食い放題で行こうかな。今夜は 豪快に徹底的に食い散らかしちゃ
食い放題。
Despite this being the bathroom, Kameda-kun put both his hands on the floor.
どうした亀田君、言いたいことがあるならはっきりと言え。
こんなあなたみたいな人に出会ったのは初めてです。俺は今まで自分はどこか変じゃないかとずっと思って隠れて楽しんできたのに。
何を躊躇するかわいそうが。さっき言ったはずだ。認めるか否かが男の武器となるだ。貴様は胸を張れるべき男。さあ手を差し出せ。自らの偉大さを示してみろ。俺と一緒に俺たちの世界を認めるんだ。
Kameda-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. The handshake of the bond of our souls, ardent and intense, tight and steadfast. For a long time we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who would pass into legend for eating so much during Angel Watch all-you-can-eat dessert day that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore was born. He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate. But none of that had anything to do with this.
じゃあ後でな。とりあえず試合は今話した通りのスタンスで頼む。
With just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom, but then Kameda-kun stopped me.
待ってくれ。せめてあんたの名前を聞かせてくれ。
俺か？俺の名は前原圭一。いや、
I kind of didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name.
俺のことはケイと呼べ。
ケイ。
Wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. But from what I heard later, I apparently looked quite gallant coming out like that.
さとこより圭一さんへ。守備はどうでございましたの？
圭一より聡子へ。交渉は成功。エンジェルモードで俺と奴のデザート食い放題で妥結した。ミオ、問題ないな。
エンジェルモードにデザート食べ放題2席ね。了解。手配しとくよ。
どういう風に交渉したのか実に気がかりなのです。きっとデザートの美味しい話で盛り上がったに違いないかな。
After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as a pinch hitter in place of Mion, but all of the pieces were already in place. The straight pitch whipped by me like a bullet true to its name. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. A sharp pitch as always. He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club pinch hitter is standing straight up to... But doesn't Kameda-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat. I patted my shoulders with my bat, then sneered at him in a relaxed voice.
どうした亀田君、今日は不調かな。この程度の球じゃ笑っちゃってバットを振る気にもならないぜ。
おのれ。
The next pitch, with the same incredible speed as before, it curved sharply and should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly.
直球投手に小細工は不要だよ、亀田君。こんなカーブに引っかかってくれるのかい。この辺りのバッターは。
Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. Was Ushichima's Kameda the pitcher who conquered Koshi and losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it.
どうした亀田君、そんなにど真ん中が怖いのかい。まさか天下の亀田君がフォアボールなんてことはないだろうな。
くそー。
The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters.
何者だよ、あの前原圭一って男は。あの剛速球を前にしてここまでの余裕とは。叶わないと見て空威張りをしてるだけさ。あんな不真面目そうな男にあの亀田が打たれるはずはない。
いや、私ははったりとは思えないな。超一流は同じく超一流を見抜く。あの亀田が紛れもなく超一流ならばこそ、あの謎の男の進化を見抜ける。
A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Keiichi.
まさか本当に。
The idiot pinch hitter who came in cheering them on with a golf club was actually a genius.
きっと本人も野球に魅力を失い、ゴルフへの転向を希望しているんだろう。天才スラッガー、ゴルフ界へ移籍か。
What a tremendous loss for baseball. Stop the presses. We're changing up our sports columns.
ボール。これでフルカウントだぞ。
This excessive production was, of course, all being dramatized by Satoko. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kameda-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have been fixed. Perhaps she wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kameda-kun to lose, but...
さあどこ、これどう見てもやりすぎだぞ。
頑張るでございましたよ、圭一さん。明日の休会はいただきですわ。
I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now.
ボール、フォアボール。臆したか亀田君、見損なったぞ。
Kameda-kun hung his head in feigned dejection.
ケイさん、これでバッチリ筋書き通りですよね。
ああ、でかしたぞ亀田君。この調子で次のバッターも頼むぞ。こんな試合とっとと終わらせて。
早く食べ放題に行きましょうよ。
Kameda-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took look at as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. As I trotted over to the first base, the camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview.
前原君、この亀田君との決着は甲子園でつけるつもりですか?
Things seemed like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess that I'm not really into baseball.
甲子園？俺は日本球界なんて初めから興味ないんだ。悪いな。
Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world. He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose for the cameras in desperation.
よっしゃ。作戦通りケイちゃんが出塁したね。
次はさとこちゃんの打順だね。どうするんだろう。さあ、でっかいホームランでサヨナラ勝ちですわよ。
Satoko stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter, maybe because they had just seen his battle with me. Maibara-kun finally got on base, but now it's all over. I see, so this is why Kameda-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it, he waited for an easier opponent for the final out. But to avoid a direct confrontation like that, we cannot make light of him. That Keiichi Maibara.
さあ、亀田さん、いらっしゃいませ。
バカにするな。俺を誰だと思っているんだ？ケイさん。いや、前原さんならともかく、お前ごときに遅れなど取るものか。
Whenever this girl stepped up to bat, she had swung wildly and missed, striking out every time. This might sound rude, but however much Kameda-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. I could hear the reporters declaring that there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Satoko? She swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to bat. She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Every single batter has struck out. Even if worst came to worst, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kameda-kun said this.
お前ごときに本気で投げても仕方がないな。チャンスだ。次の一球は下投げでのんびり投げてやる。一発くらいヒットを打ってお母ちゃんに自慢できる種にさせてやる。
Of course, these lines were all part of the plot too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kameda-kun gives me a look. Was that alright?
ああ、いい感じだ。実にさりげない。お主も演技派よの。
いえいえ、計算ほどではとても。
Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters.
でも計算、いくら手を抜いて投げてもこの子本当に打てるんですかね。
いいからお前は決められた通りに投げろ。俺にはなんとなく分かってる。
Our exchange over, Kameda-kun moved from set position into a pitching stance.
手加減の球を投げなさいな。大ホームランにして差し上げますわ。
She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kameda-kun's hand comes a slow, lazy pitch as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it, but for Satoko, who had been striking out the whole time. Just when people started to think that way, the members of her club had already realized that Satoko's trap had begun. It was true. Striking out constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act, all to make it feel like Kameda-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Satoko... Whoa! She got it! Look at it go!
走る必要もありませんわね。
The super huge home run Satoko hit disappeared over the roof of the school. The reporters lost their words at the sight. And then roars of applause. Despite this being what Wade anticipated, I can't help but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Satoko strutted over to first base.
ほらほら、何をしてますの、ケイチさん。二塁は向こうでございますの。
サトコ、お前野球得意なんだろ。
Satoko grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Come to think of it, she played baseball a lot with Tomita-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they always invited her to play meant she was by no means bad at it.
それを全て大振りの凡退だ。しかも亀田君が登場する前からだろ。たくつくづく最後の最後に何か仕掛けるやつだな。
いつも言ってましたよ。罠は一つ。それも最後の最後で本当にさりげないくらいで十分なんでしたよ。
Damn it, that sounded kind of cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball, but when Satoko did it, it looked so cool. We crossed home plate in order, me, then Satoko, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. Maibara-san, that was amazing, totally cool. I never thought it would happen. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun praised me.
どうだ見たかよ、富田君、岡村君。見事ひっくり返してやったぜ。
レナもかっこよかったと思うよ。お疲れ様。
なんのこんなの軽い仕事だぜ。
I briskly clapped my hand against Reina's outstretched palm.
佐藤子もあっぱれ。最後は豪快に決めてくれたね。
私を誰だとお思いですの？
Man, can't underestimate her. Satoko Hoyo.
ケイちゃんも見事だったよ。よくあの亀田を口説き落とせたね。
口先の魔術師なのです。
リカちゃん、それ褒め言葉じゃないと思うな。
しかし本当に圭一さんでなくてはできない荒技ですわね。私にはとても真似できませんわ。ぜひ今度私にもご教授いただきたいですわね。
あんな荒技をサトコがこなしたら想像するのも恐ろしい。くれぐれも真似はしないでくれよな。
After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us.
いや、まさか本当に勝てるとは。驚きましたよ。
佐藤子なら打てるって言ったでしょ。全然信じてくれないんだからな。
I don't know how you say that. Is it umpire or umpire? I'm not sure. I'm gonna say umpires. Screw it. The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Satoko, smiling dryly.
それにケイチくんだってすごかったでしょ。ケイチくんってここ一番で本当に頼りになる人なんですよ。
いやー、ゴルフクラブで乱入してきた時は本当に大丈夫かと思いましたけど、あの亀田君との行き詰まる攻防は手に汗を握りましたよ。
Right, that breathtaking farce. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kameda-kun and I were thinking about her evil, desert-violating ways.
さて監督、約束ちゃんと覚えてるよね。
これは仕方がありませんね。
やったねやったね。ケイチくん、これで明日はバーベキュー大会だよ。
Reina clapped her hands and we all began to dance with joy. Tomita-kun and our other teammates were jumping up and down too.
なんだバーベキュー大会？おいおい、一体どういう話になってるんだ？
今日の試合に勝てたら高級お肉いっぱいのバーベキュー大会を振る舞ってくださるって約束になってましたの。亀田さんの登場で一時は危うかったですが、圭一さんの活躍で見事獲得できましたのよ。
I see, so that's what this was about. It was certainly not a game we could have lost.
入江は大散財でかわいそうなのです。
参ったな。でも約束ですからね。
私たちは食うときは情け容赦なく食うからね。何しろ育ち盛りだし。はっはっはっは。いいかいみんな、明日は徹底的に食いまくるよ。
All of the members of the Hinamitsuwa fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the umpire, who was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. He gave her his head and looked like he was about to cry. It looked like the price of victory would be pretty big.
参ったな。でも仕方ないね。約束ですから。お肉とかを買いにお買い物に行かないとな。
監督、約束通り牛肉は高級なのお願いね。野菜ばっかり買って安上がりにしたら許さないからね。
The umpire, whom they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen. Umpire? Coach? The uniform he was wearing had Hinamitsuwa Fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire, he was actually our team's coach.
前原くんでよかったですか？お名前。
あ、はい。
前原くんの出塁がなければありえない逆転でした。ぜひ明日のバーベキューにはいらしてください。いやいや、それよりもぜひうちのチームに入りませんか？あなたとなら喧嘩を制覇できるかも。
監督、まあその話は置いといて、今はお財布の心配だけをなさいませ。
Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach, huh?
よろしくお願いしますね。ひなみざわファイターズ監督の入江ですよ。
He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own in reply.
前原です。よろしく。
The Then the coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly. What?
すべすべなお手手ですね。きめも細かいし、お手入れも実にいい感じです。はあ、さわさわ。
はあ？ちょっと。
当家のメイドたちにもこれくらいの肌のお手入れはするよう厳命しなくてはいけないですね。お手入れの悪いメイドたちにはお仕置きお仕置き。
メイド？何の話をしているんですか？
はあ、こんなすべすべな手でご奉仕ご奉仕。はあ。
The coach's eyes were spellbound, and as his delusions floated through his very own original magical universe, he made a supremely satisfied smile. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy?
面食らってる面食らってる。監督はちょっと変わってる人なの。でもとっても面白い人なんだよ。
I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. The other self in my mind made a witty retort for some reason.
ほら、いい加減になさいませ。ケイチさんも嫌がっておりましたよ。
はあ、すべすべ。
The coach didn't try to take his hands off mine until Satoko hit him with a threefold wash bucket attack, causing him to faint. Okay, so advanced trap course. Before we end the episode, it was a peaceful lunch break.
なんだ？
今廊下からすごいのが聞こえた。なんだろう。
We rushed into the hallway, and to our surprise, Coach was there with a water bucket overturned on his head.
監督、大丈夫？
いやー、やられましたね。皆さん、こんにちは。
Coach greets us, cool and calm.
どうしたんですか、監督？学校に来るなんて珍しい。
いやー、お仕事の絡みでして、私毎週学校には来てるんですよ。ここしばらくは何事もなかったので、すっかり油断してました。
さとこちゃんの罠は忘れた頃に来ますからね。大丈夫ですか、服？
いえいえ、ちょうど行水がしたいと思ってたところですからね。実に涼しくていいです。
さすが監督、ちょっとやそっとのことでは怒らない。その辺が大人って感じだよね。
She was right. If I were a coach, I would have started running around with the bucket still on my head looking for her. His adult way of not getting mad at every little child's prank was admirable.
いいですか、前原さん。こういうのは考え方一つで腹立たしくも愉快にもなるんです。要は受け止め方一つなんですよ。
水バケツを丸ごと食らってそれだけクールにいられる秘訣があるならぜひご教授を願いたいです。
例えば明治から続く古式ゆかしい旧家があるとします。そこには大勢の使用人としてメイドさんが雇われているとします。もちろん大きな家ですから ベテランのおつぼね様と化したメイド長から新米のピチピチしたメイドさんまでがたくさんいるのです。ほら、想像できますか？ほら。ほら。
A space filled with dreamy maids in pink and peach, adorned with frills and headbands, with coach at their center, began to spread out before me.
新米メイドたちはそのピチピチさと初々しさでご主人様の寵愛を一身に。でもそれが先輩メイドたちには許せないのです。ことあるごとに難癖をつけ、いじめていじめていじめ抜いて、ほら、まだこんなに埃が残っていますよ。ああ、すみません。もう一度やり直し。バシャー。バケツを逆さにぶっかけられるメイドさん。びしょ濡れのメイドさんが泣きそうになりながら、それでもけなげに、はあはあ、メイド
なんだか知んないけど楽しそう。レナもメイドさんいいな。
ああ、もうレナまで感化されてきた。ほら、ケイちゃんもいつまでも監督の世界に浸っていない。
これさえなければ監督も決して悪い人じゃありませんのに。
北条聡子さん発見。聡子さん、これは何ざます？まだ埃が残ってるざますよ。お仕置きざます
にゅにゅにゃ
Coach plucked Satoko up and started.
さとこちゃんかい
天才的な読みでトラップを操る聡子がどうしてこの顛末までは読めないのか、実に不思議だぞ。
そうかな。これはさとこちゃんの望んだ結末だと思うな。
この結末を聡子が望んだ？それはどういう意味だよ。
人にこういういたずらをしたら絶対に相手は怒って追いかけてくるよね。そういうのもコミュニケーションだと思わない？
そんなコミュニケーションすごく嫌だぞ。普通に挨拶から入ってこんにちはってことにはならんのか。
あれ、ケイチ君聞いたことない？いたずらばかりしてる人ってね、人に構ってもらいたくて仕方がない寂しがり屋さんなんだって。
Trina gave a cool smile and, laughing abruptly, explained.
だからさとこちゃんの罠にかかったらちゃんと怒ったり笑ったりしてさとこちゃんを追いかけてほしいの。そういう猫の甘え髪みたいなの可愛いと思わないかな。ここで驚いて飛びのきますわ。だからここに仕掛ければ絶対にかかりますの。
Satoko, regarding us with her trap philosophy, was improving the already brutal trap hell on the mountain. If Reina was right, and her traps are to get people to pay attention to her, then all of these traps on this mountain were basically a crystallized form of those feelings. Alone with Rika-chan, setting up trap after trap after trap in the mountains, always waiting for someone to fall into them. But nobody needed to come to this mountain in the first place. Without a doubt, she and Rika-chan had spent a lot of time imagining how victims caught in their traps would react. Satoko, separated for her entire life from her beloved Nini, Satoshi. With her stubbornness, she never once said that she wanted him to come home. but all the traps sleeping on the mountain told me how Satoko really felt.
聞いてますのケイチさん。
あ、ごめん。なんだって？
このように木の幹に釘を一本打ちつけただけでも立派なトラップになるんですのよ。ちょうどあそこで転げてここに額を打ちつければ痛いですわよ。
釘の頭に人間トンカチってわけか。それは痛そうだな。
このトラップはきっと悪い悪人を懲らしめる強力なトラップになりますわよ。どんな悪党がかかるか楽しみでございますわね。
そこでなんで俺をチラチラ見るんだよ。俺にこれに引っかかってほしいと思ってんのか？さすがにこれは大怪我するぞ。このトラップはちょっとやめとけ。
そうですよ。まあ確かに愛がないトラップはダメでございますからね。ではその悪党もちゃんと改心したらかからないように少し釘の位置を。
Satoko immersed herself in adjusting the nail's position. Traps of love, huh? Maybe Coach was right. Just by reacting a little differently, everything changes. Come to think of it, maybe you can feel humor and warmth even when Satoko's traps get you.
できましたよ。この絶妙な位置でしたら完璧ですわ。いかがです、ケイチさん？
お完璧だな。このトラップに引っかかる悪党が現れるといいな。
現れない方がいいに決まってますわ。
It looked a little painful, but I considered coming here some time and getting caught in it. Okay, so that was day 3 of Higurashi, Tatarigoroshi. Thank you for watching this video. We'll go on to day 4 by tomorrow hopefully, but until then take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.